Hello and welcome to a lesson on print services. So today we'll learn on how to set up print services for a user. All right, so let's get started. Uh, log in. Let's log into our server. I'm already logged in. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to create a printer, the print device. So what you need to do is you got to go to settings. So go to the start menu and just type printer. And well, mine comes up right here, devices and printers. So just click on that. All right. You'll click on add a printer. So you need to have a printer. Obviously, I don't have a printer, but we'll set up something similar. Excuse me. We'll set up a printer either though we don't even have one. Just click on next. Okay, so you have many choices. You can say find a printer from the directory. That would be nice if you already have a printer that is already in the Active Directory. So just click on that and it will already go and find it for you and you're already good to go. You don't have to do anything else. You can select a shared printer by name. So if you want to share a printer somewhere that you're directly connected, you can choose that. Most likely you want to add a printer using a TCP IP address, so you would have to type in the IP address of that printer. So that's more common for, this is what we usually do in a network when there's a lot of users who want to use the same printer. So that's typically what's done. Or you can add a Bluetooth or a wireless, or you can add one to your local LPT port, the line printer port. That's what we'll do since we don't have an actual printer attached. So click on that. Use the existing port LPT1. Yes, the line printer one. I don't want to. Otherwise, if you want to create a new port, you can choose, and choose a TCP/IP port. That's typically what's done again. But again, we're going to use the LPT1 port. Click on next. All right, you want to pick a print driver for the printer that you have. So let's assume you have an HP printer 3000 PCL6 class driver. So click on that. Now, if you do not find the manufacturer of your printer or the print driver, then you click on have a disk. And that means hopefully that you have the disk or you downloaded a file off the internet and you'll use that instead. So click on next. All right, use the driver that's currently installed. I already have one installed, so click on next. Let's give it a name. Let's say this is uh, printer one, right? First printer, yeah, or room one, whatever you want to call it. So let's give it an address. So let's say the location of this printer one is in room 301, for example. All right, and you want to leave it shared. So click on next. Now, this is typically where if you have a printer already connected, you should definitely print a test page. So you'll see that the printer is, or the print driver has loaded successfully. So click on finished. And that's it. Then you have a printer. You have installed a printer. So print screen this so I can see that you actually installed and it's the default. That's why that little green check in there. So this is your first print screen that you'll need to do. All right. So now you right click on the printer and you don't go to properties, you go to printer properties. So click on that. Okay, so looking at you can actually print a test page from here as well if you wanted to. But I want to go to the security tab. So click on the security tab and you can see that everyone can print to this printer. So you can take that out if you don't want to. The administrator, for example, is able to print and manage this printer and manage the documents as well, which means manage this printer means you have full control. Remember, if you ever get that on the test and they ask you, how can you have someone have a full control of the printer services or the printer? And the answer is you click on manage this printer. There is no, as you can see, full control when it comes to permission. All right. So I just want to make sure that you know that. Okay, so let's go to, you can hit cancel. Go to printer server properties right here. All right. And I want you to go to ports and actually driver, I'm sorry, drivers. I just wanted you to, there's something new within um, 2012 server is you have two different types of drivers, type 4 and type 3. The type 3 is the older versions, but the type 4 is the more flexible than port 3. That means you have more options and it works with many different printers to the same driver. It's like more genetic. Okay? You can actually add or remove and click on the properties of each driver if you wanted to. I just wanted to show you this to let you know. Okay, click cancel. Go back and let's right click on and go to on the printer and go to printer properties. Okay, let's say I want to set priorities. What happens if two people are in the same printing to the same printer, but let's say I'm the boss and I want to have a priority if we are both printing at the same time. So let's do this. Let's go to secure. The first thing that you need to do really is you have to add another printer here. It'll be a demo printer on the same printer and set the priorities that way. So for example, just go and add a printer. Okay. Click on next. You go through the same procedure. Okay. And same local printer. Just click on that. Use the existing port to the same printer, right? Exactly same driver. All right. Use the current. Yes. Let's give it a name, printer 2. Okay. And the location will still be in room 301. Just leave that as is. Click next. Set it as the default. Finish. Now you see they're both of them are right here. If you right click on the printer and you go to printer properties, you'll see printer 1 and printer 2. And the queue, which is where the location of the print jobs are going to go, print queue has two printer 1 and printer 2. So let's go to printer properties, printer 1, right? And I want you to click on security tab and let's remove everyone. Just remove everyone from here. And we want to add, let's say we want to add Mike Smith. So just click Mike, check names, pick them up. Okay. So Mike Smith is good. We want him to have higher priority than John Doe. So let's go to advanced, click on advanced. Actually, not advanced, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, advanced. What the hell am I talking about? And you change the priority to 99. So there he has the highest priority if two people came in and click on apply and okay. So now right click and let's go to again, properties, printer 2, go to security. Let me remove everyone. Because by the way, now if everyone, including Mike Smith came in to print to this printer, the printer is going to allow Mike print file to print first, not everyone. But let's just do it for two people. Remove everyone and let's add John Doe. And let's say okay. And with John Doe, I'm going to go to advanced and leave his priority to 1 and click on okay. So now when they do print, it's going to be only John Doe. Mike Smith will print before John Doe if they both happen to send print jobs to the printer. Okay, so that's how you can set priority, who you can do first. The other thing that I want to do is let's do print pooling. What happens if you have a whole bunch of printers, like 3 or 4 printers, and we want, if you go to the print job, if one printer is busy, you're automatically sent to the second printer or the third one if they're too busy. So this way, if you have a lot of people printing, you have 2, 3 print jobs, and you'll go to that like print room, and you'll pick up your print from one of the printers. So this way the printing can happen actually much quicker that way. So the first thing I want to do, let me just remove from the print queue let me remove, just right click on printer 2 and delete it. Okay, so it's been deleted. And let's right click and go to, on the printer, go to printer properties, and I go to security, and I'm going to delete Mike Smith, get rid of him. And let me bring everyone back in. So click on add and click on every. It says, oops, I misspelled every, sorry. All right, let me go back. Check for names. Everyone, is that what you want? Yes, and we're back to where we started from, right? So I'm going to right click on that. Now to do printer pooling, so what you do is you right click, go to printer properties, and go to advanced. Actually, I'm sorry, go to ports, not advanced. All right. And when you go to ports, if you can see, if you click on any of this, you can't really do pooling because you're only connected. The only way to do it is you enable printer pooling. And now you can check, let's say you have 3 printers attached, right, to the server. And you click on apply. And now you have printer pools. So you have more than one printer when the queue. So the way it works is when you send a print job, it goes to the queue, an area, and then the printer service will go into the queue. The print server will go into the queue, grab the next available, and go to the printer. If that first printer is not busy at LPT1, if it's busy, then it'll send it to LPT2. If LPT2 is busy, it'll send it to LPT3. So this way, your printer will definitely, you don't have to wait as much. So if you have 3 printers, if there's a lot of printing happening, so that's how you will really set up a printer pooling. All right, just to make sure that you take a snapshot, I want you to right click and click on properties and click on ports and make sure take a picture of this to show me that you know how to set up printer pooling. Okay, so we're setting priorities. Click on advanced, and I want to see the priority set to 99. I know we didn't take a picture, so take a print screen of the advanced printer one properties. Okay, I know at least that you went through that as well. Okay, the last thing that I really wanted to cover with print services is that if you are a user and you are a mobile user and you're on a trip and you wanted to print to your branch office, but the print server is really in the main office. So there's something new that, and you want to get the driver from the main office. That's going to take a lot of time. Get the driver, then connect to you, and then go and send your print to your branch office. So there's something called branch office direct printing that you could do where you can actually get the print server, cache it into your computer, and when you are on a trip, you'll be able to bring to your branch office much quicker that way. To do that, we have to set up the print server as a role on the printer. So close all of this, and like a good old service manager, click on it. We're going to click on add roles and features, and we're going to click on role based. Okay, and we're going to select it from a pool. Yes, click, and there is your print and document services. Click on that. Add all the features. Yes, click on next, and click next. And it says click next, and this is click next and install. All right. So you'll be able to manage, like I said, be able to print from your or from anywhere and send the print directly to your branch office. All right. So this may take a little, I don't know how, it might take less than a minute. You can actually close this when you are actually installing any type of role on the server and go do something else. You weren't able to do that in Windows 2008, by the way. All right, so let's just wait a few more seconds, and this should be installed immediately because I wanted to show you how you would go and click on the and do the branch office direct printing. Okay, the installation succeeded. Beautiful. Just click on closed. The next thing you go to is click on tools and you go to where is print management right in here. So you click on print management, click on print servers, and click on the servers. Click on the what server? Well, your name server 2012. Go to printers and right click and I'm sorry, you have to click on it, expand it, and let me see. Actually, you have to click on the. Let me see the ports. No, click on the printers, and there's the printer, printer one. Just right click on the printer one, and this is where you can actually do enable branch office printing, direct printing. So click on that. All right, so do me a favor, right click, and it says when it's enabled, let me disable it for now. Right click, enable, and this is where the next and the last snap print screen that I want you to do. All right, so print screen that, and that's pretty much it. Again, you can look at the open queue in here if you wanted to. All the print jobs that are coming in, you can handle them. You can click on any print job, delete them if you want. Um, Let me close that. Let me just click on that again. That you can pause the printing if you wanted to. If you see somebody that's printing a lot, list the directory, deploy with group policy, who can print and who cannot print to this printer. We'll talk about that when we get to print policies. Um, you can test the print page. The enable branch office direct printing, you could do that. You could check the properties of the printer, which we did that already. You could do all of that without having to install any of your printer server. Okay, but typically when you want to manage the printer, you could manage sharing and all that other stuff. You could check at the paint queue. That's a common thing that you look at if you are the guy that's responsible for the printing or print pause printing and things like that. All right, that's basically it for print services. So until the next lesson, keep up the good work, guys.